Hello, my friends, and welcome back, my fellow sexual beings. This is Desire Dialogues. I am your sex coach, Lauren, and I love to get right the fuck into it. All right? Let's talk today about cunnilingus. Do you know what cunnilingus is? I'm going to tell you, and I'm also going to give you this Cunnilingus Confidence Guide. All right? It's going to be educational, intimate, and empowering. So I'm really excited for this to be a shame-free, anatomy type of savvy, deeply practical tool and episode for my listeners of all genders. All right. So here's the thing. All right. What they didn't teach you. All right. We are not going to be tiptoeing around pleasure. Right. We don't do that. We're going to tell you how to give it, how to enjoy it, and how to absolutely slay without second guessing yourself every step of the way you go down on a vagina. Let's do it. So let's set the record straight, okay? Build your oral game on a foundation of real anatomy, real communication, and real pleasure. So section 1, the myths that need to go fucking away like yesterday. Let's kick things off with some major myths I need you to let go of loudly. Myth number 1, everyone likes the same kind of licking. False. Nope, vulvas are actually unique as fingerprints. The vulva is actually the all-encompassing, all right? It's a vagina, it's a clitoris, it's the lips, the major labora, the minor labora, which are the inner lips. And what makes one partner melt might make another pull away. So instead of assuming, let's get curious, let's explore, let's adjust, and let's respond. Myth number 2, the clitoris is just that little nub at the top. False. Absolutely not. That's actually just the glans, which is the visible tip. The full clitoris is actually shaped like a wishbone and extends down the sides of the vaginal canal. It has more than 8,000 nerve endings. Translation, there is so much more to stimulate than just the little tip that you see on the outside. Myth number 3, only penetration leads to orgasm. Most vulva owners climax through external stimulation, especially clitoral, about 70 to 80%. And I don't want you to sleep on that shallow penetration because those first 1 to 2 inches of the vaginal entrance packed with sensation. Myth number 4, lick fast, finish faster. Actually, no. I'm really hoping that this noise isn't fucking horrible for you to listen to. I'm so sorry. We only have a few more. Hang in there, okay? So when we lick fast and finish faster, it's not a thing. Pleasure isn't a race. When we slow down, we give like a steady rhythmic movement, that's actually more effective usually and more appreciated. But the person receiving can always give you cues. So myth number 5, it should smell or taste a certain way. No, all bodies are human. They have natural smells that actually change with hormones, diet, arousal, medication, the weather. Clean? Yes. Sterile and scented like roses? No. We don't shame vulvas around here, so if it's, something that your partner owns a vagina, they will know when something's wrong and they should go to the doctor. But otherwise, I love it, right? All vulvas are beautiful. The natural human scent is fantastic. And I get it if you are somebody who is more sensitive to smell, but you will get used to it and it is okay. It's normal. So section number 2, let's, figure out what's going on here, know what you're working with. So if you want to give mind-blowing oral sex, you got to know the map, right? So here's your cheat sheet. The clitoral glands, the part that you see, super sensitive. Use light touch to start, okay? This is not like you punching in your pin at the ATM, okay? Clitoral hood is going to be the protective flap over the glands. It's great for indirect clitoral stimulation. You can even go on both sides of the clitoral hood or right over the top of it. Kind of maybe do like a U shape right above and around it. And then we have the clitoral crura and the bulb. So those are the inner legs of the clit that actually wrap around the vaginal canal. They swell during arousal and responsive to pressure around the inner lips and opening. The labia minora are the inner lips. They're highly sensitive. You can tease, you can lick, you can tug gently, depending on what your partner likes, right? Labia majora, the outer lips. They're less sensitive, but they're really perfect for those warm-up caresses. Vaginal opening. Shallow penetration here equals mwah, chef's kiss, baby. It's delicate and highly reactive, right? So if you are doing this cunnilingus, And you just do a little bit of that digit, your pointer finger, go right up to that second knuckle. That's really usually all that's needed. Perineum, don't forget this spot. That's the space between the vagina and the anus. It's soft, it's pressable, and it's very underrated. So when you treat every part of the vulva like a potential pleasure zone, the whole experience is going to change. So section number 3, real pleasure, real tips, all right? Let's get into what actually works, techniques, and presence. So start with your eyes, right? Look, read the body, build anticipation, and build trust. Number 2, work around, not just on. Don't dive bomb the clit, right? You can even go in slow, like tease the thighs, the stomach, the hips, plant little kisses, maybe little bites. Create a full sensory experience for them. Use your tongue, your lips, and your breath. Kiss, swirl, breathe warm air over the wet skin. This is a sensory playground. Number 4, shallow is powerful. So a tongue just inside the vaginal opening, slow and circular. Yes, fucking please. Focus on the pressure and the depth. Focus on the pressure and the presence, not so much the depth, right? So the pressure right on that first inner vaginal canal, like 1 to 2 inches up. That pressure on those right at the clitoris, the bulbs down at the bottom on both sides are really going to love that pressure, all right? Number 5, combined stimulation. So you could suck the clitoris gently while using your fingers near the entrance. You can circle the outer lips while adding pressure to the perineum. Play with layers, right? Session 4, advanced moves. Dun, dun, dun. When you're ready to level up, you can even use a vibrator under your chin while going down. Yes, that's a thing. You're going to double vibration. The vibration is going to be felt through your tongue. Boom. You could also do light pressure on the perineum. That's adding that grounding and depth in there. You could actually moan while licking, because moaning actually creates a humming, which will actually vibrate, right? Delicious. Don't switch things up if they're close to orgasm, okay? Stay consistent unless they ask. That's right. Your superhero move is staying in rhythm when they're almost there. Trust me. All right. Section 5, my friends. Let's use your words too, okay? Cunnilingus isn't silent. Talk, ask, validate. Try saying, do you want more pressure or less? What part do you want me to focus on? You taste amazing. I could stay here all night. Do you see that? Talk, ask, validate. This builds safety, turns up the heat, makes them feel seen, not just performed on, right? And it's going to give them more confidence to even maybe tell you before being asked next time. All right, my friends, this is play, not performance, okay? Here's your final reminder. When you enjoy giving, your partner feels it, right? It isn't about like the porn star technique. It's about care, curiosity, and presence. So if you're in your head worrying about doing it right, you're not connecting. But if you're genuinely in the moment, turned on by their turn on, that's what makes it unforgettable. You don't need a PhD in pleasure, just attention, rhythm, and a willingness to learn. All right, my friends, let's recap. Oral sex on vulvas is not guesswork, right? It's anatomy, curiosity, real-time feedback, right? Anybody can get better at it. Cunnilingus Confidence isn't just a skill, it's a mind shift, right? If you want more tools, visual techniques, I got a full guide. I got membership with all of the different pleasure practices, techniques, and so much more depth. Everything is down below in my link. You can take all of that. You can email me with any questions. I would love to help you. I'd love to guide you to be the best lover possible that you can be. And hey, if you love this episode, share with a friend, right? A little, maybe use a little boost in their oral game, right? Real friends share. We're not gatekeeping the pleasure around here, my friends, right? Until next time, stay confident, stay curious, and remember, pleasure is your birthright. Also, only if you don't mind, I'd really love if you followed, especially if it's your first time here, rate the show if you like it. That way I can know, give a comment below too. If you like this episode, I can bring more like it. Until next time, my friends, be well.